Ice Cavern, here we are at long last. In order to actually get the training sequence completed, we're going to need the blue fire that's in here. Which means I'm actually going to have to use up that milk. Oh, gonna have to drink this. Ugh, ugh. I think that milk should really make us lose hearts after, you know, it's been milk for 7 years. But I digress. In this little instance of sorts, we have to deal with ice enemies. And blades. These are freezers. It'll basically freeze us to death with one hint of their breath. Be worried about this. Ooh, I'm surprised I did not get frozen there perfectly. Oh well. Let's do that. Watch out for blades. These little traps and whatnot are new for the Adult Link era. They're just basic traps. They'll spin around, do everything they want, and cause you to have a bad time. Right here is this little ice blade. If it touches you, you lose hearts. But if you're able to duck underneath it, you don't get damage from it. But if you walk into it, you kind of hurt yourself from it. But you know. Also, we get introduced to the concept of silver rupees. Silver rupees are basically encoded as 5 rupees to be able to get them. So bear that in mind. But silver rupees in this game are usually mostly concerned with able to unlocking keys or unlocking instances of doors or progression. So bear that in mind. While we're getting the blue fire and basically going to save King Zora to get our biggoron sword, we're also going to be doing a few things here as well. Like there's a heart piece in this area, as well as an actual dungeon map and actual compass, which is interesting to boot. Which gives the rambling idea that yes, this was once an idea of a dungeon at one point before it was almost completely destroyed. We have to watch out for ice keys now. Just like the fire keys, they will freeze you on contact, just like that. Ah! They're very annoying to get around. Gotta get these freezers out of the way here. Where are they? No! There we go. Take him out with the hook shot. There we go. That's what we do. Ah! Come on, you. Break up. Apparently I can turn around while iced. Get that thing out of here. This blue fire! It doesn't seem natural. Maybe you could use it for something. That's right. Blue fire! If you know anything from the original Legend of Zelda, there were 2 fires, red and blue. This is actually, I think, the first time blue fire has made its return since the original Legend of Zelda. The only other time I can think of that made its ultimate return was Breath of the Wild. So blue fire is technically Sheikah technology. Nice neat little callback for that. But this blue fire is able to melt red ice, and we know about King Zora was covered in it. So in order actually to save him, we're going to need some of this blue fire when we leave the dungeon. So bear that in mind. But there's a lot of instances here where we're going to get this blue fire. We're going to collect both of them here. Let's get our other bottle out. Capture more blue fire. It's not natural, and apparently you can put it in a bottle and it doesn't go out. Which is nice. Ow. So we want to go out back around here. Get this thing out here, kill you. Watch out for the spike traps. And let's go see. Now there are 2 doorways we need to go for. One's toward progression, the other's towards the compass. As well as another way to get more blue fire if you need to. Like again, if you had 300 rupees, like I didn't have earlier, then you could have basically mitigated a lot of the backtracking in this place. We gotta watch out for Keys though. Keys around here are always gonna be in the blue fire. Get rid of the Keys first before doing anything. I'll get rid of you at one point. Come back here. There we go. Come on now. Take you out. It's almost like having a small gun with this hookshot. The hookshot is an amazing tool. I really love this item. I'm glad that it was introduced in. It was introduced in A Link to the Past, where it was basically an extension of the boomerang and such in terms of raw power, and I like it here too. This is actually I really like this. So we get our piece of heart first of all here. Collected 2 pieces, but there's also a sculpture here. Might as well grab that. As this all contains that there are sculptures that do appear in dungeons, as we saw previously in the child era. So there's always there's gold sculptures in everywhere. So if you want to collect them all, you surely can. I think I failed to mention it right now, but there is 100 gold sculptures. Now you only really need 50 to get like all the good rewards out of it, because the last 50 is all just purely for bragging rights, because what you get for it is 200 rupees each time. So there's our compass, our standardized compass of sorts. So now we know exactly where we are. Now there is a boss in this place. For whatever reason, there is a boss, but it's a common enemy coated in ice. Oop, it's stuck underneath there. And let's use this red ice right here that tries to blend itself in with the actual ice. And let's take care of this thing here. Like so. And now we move forward. And now we got a block pushing puzzle here. Which you doesn't need in turn get 5 rupees. Now, this little thing, if you like ice puzzles or ice block pushing puzzles, then this is the ice blocking puzzle for you. And we need to push this thing off. I don't want to grab it. I want to push it. Ow! Curse you, ice keys. You come back here. I'm going to get you. Yeah, come at me. There we go. I need to push this thing out of the way. I don't want to do that context-sensitive stuff. It's my ice physics. So annoying for a while. Now, if you mess up for any reason for the block pushing puzzle, you can just push it down, and it will basically say, "Hey, you can get around it this way." And I do believe we can just push it right now to get that. Oh, there's a keys right there. Coming after me. Booyah! You weren't expecting that, were you? And there's another gold sculpture here. We might as well collect them so we can get the rumble feature of the game available to us, which is the Agony Stone. That's the second. Come on, no! Don't you dare fall off! I don't know why it's context-sensitive stuff. Ugh. Come on, get up the thing. There we go. Can we grab this guy yet? Yes, we can. Might as well grab him now. There we go. Another gold sculpture door under our belt. Nice. Yeah, we can push it this way too. Let's push this way. If you fall off the cliff here, the rupees do reset. So let's up this. And Navi is certainly active, looking something funny. Let's play a little Song of Time. And we play the Song of Time here? Well, let you know, Song of Time blocks appear before our very eyes. The red ruby should give a context that there is something hidden here. So bear that in mind as well. And that's it's a good, easy way to get up here, so you can get more blue fire. It's not bad at all. So the Song of Time, as I said before, previously when these get broken up into YouTube parts, that that the Song of Time is mostly meant to get rid of time blocks, as it were. Now, and that's another good use for them right there. That is not good. Okay, whatever. I'll push this here. Come on, context sensitive thing. Push this way. Back this way. And now we can actually get to this rupee right here. I was actually kind of fearing that we would not be able to get this because it might have been a switch that we would not be able to push down on for any reason, but and that's our 5th and final rupee there. But I am going to grab an extra one since we need I need an extra blue fire because unfortunately our way is blocked still by another case of red ice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this in a direction so I can get to the... No, not that. Link, or me, myself, character, do not climb the thing yet. I'm going to push it this way and actually get back over here. And so that I can get to the blue fire again. Because again, we need a... Not only that we have to get this blue fire to unblock our way, we need an extra one to save King Zora. So we can still get our big Goron's weapon. We still need to get that thing, for the record. That's the only reason why we're in this place in the first place. Well, it's also important, too, for the plot, really, too. Because we do learn the ability to get to the water temple from this place. So... Oh, no! Let's see, do I need to... Yes, I can push this way. Push it this way. And we push it down. And then we push it to the left here. And we can get the exit out this way. Let's go! Ba-ba-da-ba! It's kind of weird to take things out of place, and like almost every other Let's Player I've seen that does this, just they do the dungeons in order with no change. It's like I'm being different, so we push this here, and this is the last thing we're getting here. Make sure I have a blue fire on hand. Yes, I do. Okay, we're good. We go into this room, we're locked in. And we got a new enemy. This is a white Wolfos. Learn to close it in and watch its movement carefully. Attack it when it drops its guard. Okay, we gotta wait for him to attack his guard. This guy can block his attack frontwards, but a jump slash to the back does it in lickety split. And we get a chest. What does this chest contain? Well, it gives us an item called the Iron Boots. You got the Iron Boots. So heavy, you can't run. So heavy, you can't float. Whoa! How'd you get here? He just appeared before our eyes. We meet again, Alexman. If you come here to meet the Zoras, you've wasted your time. This is all there is. With one exception, the Zoras are now sealed under this thick ice sheet. I managed to rescue the Zora princess from under the ice, but she left a herd here for the water temple. Oh. This ice is created by an evil curse. The monster in the water temple is the source of that curse. Unless you shut off the source, this ice will never melt. If you have the courage enough to confront the danger and save the Zoras, I will teach you the melody that leads you to the temple. Time passes, people move, like a river's flow, it never ends. A childish mind will turn to noble ambition, young love will become deep affection, the clear water surface reflects growth. Now listen to the serene of water to reflect upon yourself. We're learning our first warp song. It's actually the shortest song in the game. It only has 5 notes. Right, so let's do this. Like a so. and the Serene of Water plays. What a nice tune that is. You have learned the Serene of Water. Thank you, announcer. Now, Alexman, I will see you again. You're not gonna go away. Hey, let me talk to you for a second. What? Ah! Blinded. Ah! It's gonna take time to get my eyes readjusted. But now we have the means to actually get into the water temple if we so choose. Now we have now the iron boots are non-item set to C items, which is awkward. We don't have to do this. Iron boots, as they said, they are heavy. They don't make you walk fast, but they make you sink in water. We go through here. Now, if you're underwater, you can't breathe underwater. But if you have the iron boots equipped, you can walk normally underwater. Get used to seeing the pause screen, folks, because, again, unlike the newer version, the 3DS version, they made the iron boots a C item, which actually reduces the time being in menus. But unfortunately, do I have the blue fire? I gotta make sure I have it. Okay, I do. Alright, cool. Right, now we continue on with the quest. With the... that's why you should really play the 3DS version, just because of that enhancement. That you don't have to pause the screen as many times. But we're going to equip the iron boots right here, because if we drop down... yes, we are going to be, losing our air. For how much hearts you actually have obtained is how long you have the time to breathe underwater. We want to drop all the way down to the bottom of the Zora's lake here, because there's a heart piece down here. And you should get it as soon as you get the iron boots, because you should have enough time to get this. So now we don't need the iron boots on now. Let's put our normal boots back on. It's impressive that Link, the hero can do this. So we just need to swim upwards. We gracefully just, go higher. But don't worry about this time limit though, because we're not going to be seeing this time limit anytime soon after we save King Zora. After getting King Zora freed, he's going to give us something that's going to be quite useful as another addition to our repertoire. So let's go save King Zora now, as we see fit. Da, 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 da. Let's get our blue fire out. Now you gotta be careful with this, because sometimes the hitbox on this thing can be a little tricky. Just like that. So, bear in mind, just be at a really close place where the red fire touches the blue fire at points, and you should be fine. But I like to be as close as I can to King Zora when doing this, just to make sure that the red ice will be destroyed. And there we go. And King Zora is free at long last. And we can speak to him. Oh, I've come back to life. Was it you who saved me? Yes. Oh, don't be nervous. It looks like you have a hard time breathing underwater. As an expression of my gratitude, I grant you this tunic. With this, you won't choke underwater. He gives us a reward. We got the Zora tunic. This diving suit is an adult size, so it won't fit a kid. Wear it and you won't drown underwater. Sweet. That's awesome. On top of already going to be getting a weapon later that's going to be useful, we now have the blue tunic, which I'm probably going to keep on for the rest of the game, unless it requires otherwise to change it out. But we're not here just for that, King Zora. We're here to actually get prescription eyeglasses. I know you just woke up and just freed you, but I need to talk to you about this item here. Let's continue on with the quest that we started out earlier, and that is the biggoron quest, returning at long last. Oh, this is, well, let's see, eye drops. You might say we have them. You might say we don't. We do have the ingredients. If you take the ingredients to the doctor at the lake laboratory, he can make the drops for you. But you'll need to deliver them fresh. Can't you make it before they spoil? Sure, we can. And now we got another time limit one here. We got the prescription, we got the eyeball frog. Be quick and deliver to Lake Hylia before it's cold. So we got another 3 minutes to make it across the Hyrule Field. Oh boy, this is gonna be a tricky one. Like, this one's not too bad. It's because it doesn't matter what time of day it is, you can enter the laboratory at any time. So that you can actually get this. Unlike the potion shop, which closes at night, which is very annoying. So we're going to chuck through the water here. Since we are an adult Link, we can now actually, well, we're now as adults, we can actually walk through this water with no problem. But we're going to have to get, actually, my Ocarina is already on the C buttons. We're good there. We're good. Cool. Octorox, you can't hurt me now. We're going back this way. Now, if you are very talented enough, you can get almost everything of the side quest done without Epona. And this is one of them. If you time your rolls just timely perfectly, you can get to the laboratory within the 3-minute time limit. But Epona is gone! Let's get Epona back. Epona, we're gonna play your song again! Let's go get her. Come back to me! Epona, where'd you go? There you are! Where'd you go? Wow, that was weird. Hey, Epona, I need to get on you now. We climb Epona, please. Context sensitive button is not allowing me to climb the button. Come on. Ah. Epona does not want to be ridden, apparently. We gotta be going. We gotta go! Onward! You know I'm gonna be the mind when we're gonna travel. I would travel 500 miles on a Epona, but she won't let me ride her. So we gotta book it. Got less than a minute now to get to the laboratory. Now we're gonna need a lot of carrots, because in order to actually jump across this, as you saw, we could use Young Link to get around this using the ladders, but we want to travel as fast as we can. Jump over those 2 fences to get to Lake Hylia with Epona, baby. With that said, we're now here at Lake Hylia. Stop! Come on, down. Alright, come on. We gotta talk to the laboratory guy in the laboratory. Let's go! To the lab! Hello there, son. I'm researching this process of making medicine by mixing Lake Hylia's water with various unusual components. Perhaps you have met that old lady from the potion shop. She's like a student of mine. I got something for you. It's an eyeball frog. Oh, wow! I haven't seen an eyeball frog like this since Sora's Domain froze over. These eyeballs are so delicious. Tonight I will cook fried eyeballs for the first time in a long time. No. They're for Goron's eye drops. Are you not even going to listen to me? Say thank you to King Zora. What? These are for making Big Goron's eye drops. Oh, how disappointing. You should have said so in the first place. And with that, also I've gotten 200 rupees. I'm not sure how I got that in the first off. Here it is. This medicine does not have any preservatives in it, so it won't last long at this temperature. Run as fast as you can to Death Mountain. You're young. You can do it. And we got to be Goron's eye drops. You trade the eyeball frog for the world's finest eye drops. Hurry, take them to Big Goron before they go bad. Sweet. Now we can get this thing. This is the only reason you need Epona, because at this, as I said before, if you have the warp song, it does not work because time immediately goes to 0 when doing so. And you know how far it is, from here? Pretty far. So, Epona, don't do that. See, a typical hill like that, Epona just stops for no reason. It's a very annoying quirk of hers. So we need to run at this thing at full speed, straight on, so that you don't get caught up onto it. And now we have to make a mad dash. You could say this is a, it's a Hyrule Field dash. So I'm afraid that's gonna be a mobile game for Nintendo. The Legend of Zelda Epona Dash. Oh, come on, don't you dare. Oh, you really, Epona, you're gonna do that to me? I gotta take the long loop around. I'm probably not gonna make it in time. There we go. Sweet. And that's the thing. That's what I don't like about Epona like that. You just like she hits a wall at a slight angle that's not perfectly straight. She just immediately stops and doesn't want to jump. Thankfully, now we've got that plant from earlier. We can now cut off a significant amount of time getting up Death Mountain. Just that we're gonna be catching. This is gonna be very, very tight. Stop, Epona. Down. All right, let's book it. We gotta get these big Goron drops up there now. Woo boy! This is gonna be a big trek. A very big trek indeed. Oh boy, come on. Roll to your heart's content. You could say that since we're in a blue tunic, we're gonna be rolling around at the speed of round, or something like that. Got places to go to get the big Goron's eye drops to him before they finally spoil. We're rolling around every day. Don't get around my tail. Can't wait for any enemies. Gotta be free. We're going to get to the top of the mountain before too long every day. Let's go. Let's fly. We get one shot at this. Alright, we got at least a minute to get up there. Now, the Death Mountain is active as usual, but don't worry about it, just book it. And the frame rate is dropping considerably. I don't know why. Maybe just the rocks. And see, just like before, the wall choices appear again. So we gotta take out the wall choice wall on this. So this is gonna take us a little. It's gonna take us a little. Oh, he dropped. He dropped that way. Sweet. It's awesome. That's what I want. I want to take you out. I can't. Okay, gotta take you out next. Take you out. Okay, we're now in the clear. We're gonna get this, guys. We're gonna get it. The big Goron sword as early as possible. Booyah! Big Goron! I've made it! I made it! Here we go! Take them now! Really? You brought the eye drops? I'm so relieved! I'm gonna use them right now! And there's a gold sculpture out there in the distance somewhere. Wow! This is stimulating! It's working great! Now I can get back to my blade business. My work is not very consistent, so I'll give this to you so you will not forget. After a few days, please return. Just wait patiently. And now we've got this, the big Goron sword. You got a claim check for it. You can't wait for the sword to be completed. Yes, we can. If you play the Sun Song 6 times, you go past 3 days. There we go. I made this. Trade for claim check. Here we go. That sword is my finest work. At long last, folks, we finally got it! You had the claim check and got the big Goron sword. This blade was forged by a master smith and will not break. Yes! We finally did it, folks! We did it! Yes! Look at this bad boy! Now we can use this on every dungeon boss in the game. So far. The big Goron sword is a two-handed sword, and you cannot defend with your shield with it. So, bear that in mind. But this sword is like having 2 sticks forged together to create a really ultimate powerful weapon. This thing is a good thing. This is a madhouse. And I think now Now, I'm not sure if we have to clear a dungeon first before actually getting the ability to warp to the Temple of Time. So the Temple of Time does have a song for us if we want to warp back there quickly. Now, I'm not sure if we're able to get that now, since we haven't completed a dungeon yet. But knowing full well, folks, we're gonna head back because we're almost out of time on my stream tonight. We're gonna see about heading back to the Temple of Time and see what we can do about there. See if we can get the warp song, because it would be really nice. Because in the adult time area, if you do save and quit, which I will actually do right now, because that actually seems to be a really nice change of pace right now to save after all that. There we go. So now we've saved it. Because if you start up in any time in the adult timeline as adult Link, you start at the Temple of Time. But we need to see about going back to the Temple of Time and see what happens. If not, then we're going to have to start next week's session, where we will finally start going through the dungeons. We'll go through the Forest Temple as first, then we'll go through them linearly. So we got the Forest, Fire, Water. Then we're gonna do. We can do either. I think we can do either the Sand or the other temple, or the Shadow Temple, in any order, really. I think so. Let's try this. Our big. Booyah! That's how powerful that big Goron sword is. It can take down a Redad with no problem. We are now OP, baby. Dun, 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 dun. We're back here at the Temple of Time. Now, it's weird that the claim check does not go away for whatever reason. So, switch it to item you want. Oh, wait. Oh, Sheik is here. Sweet! Oh, I can't get it. It looks like you have the skills you need. The forest girl is waiting for your help. Okay, well, we're going to have to do that next time, since we, if we do save, I'm going to save right here. Well, Sheik is not going to give us our song until we save one temple. Annoying as it is. But that is going to do it tonight, folks. And that we got a lot of stuff done. We know that we basically doomed the world. We got the big Goron sword, which I would assume is the main Master Sword, technically. And next time we meet up for the YouTube exit, next time we meet up here, we'll finally start going into the dungeons. With that said, thank you all for watching, and you have a fantastic time and day or night, whatever. I'll see you again when we start the dungeons.